We survived 200 days of Minecraft Hardcore. This is a continuation of my last 100 days video, so if you haven't watched that yet, make sure to go watch it. Me and my friend Mapicc survived 200 days on Minecraft Hardcore. If you don't know what Hardcore is, it's basically where if any one of us die, the world ends and we cannot respawn. So we had to be very cautious and very careful of every single thing we did. This video was first made by LockDownLife, so make sure to go check him out. Did we survive 200 days of Minecraft Hardcore? Watch till the end of the video to find out. On day 101, I woke up with paintings all over my room. I wonder who that was. Nope, he has paintings all over his room too. I guess he has a painting fetish. And then we went into the nether. Oh god! Well, now he's dead. Then we traveled to the nether portal that connected to the stronghold. Then we jumped in the end portal for the second time. This time we're going in, we were looking for elytra. And this glitch happened, and it was quite terrifying. Then we made it to the remote gateway and went in. And I'm not even lying to you, I had been searching for 30 minutes. And then the worst thing happened. Mapicc got elytra. I'm just kidding. I'm happy for him. Maybe. I'm not even joking. This is the most excited I've been in a while. I was literally screaming. And don't worry, I didn't forget about the shulker shells. God, that's a tongue twister. Shulker shells. Shulker shells. Shulker shells. Ah, now this is a beautiful sight. Oh right, can't forget the dragon head. Oh, never mind. Let's just hope Mapicc got his. Whoa, where have these babies been all my life? And of course I had to put mending on these right away. And on day 103, for some reason I just have footage of me sitting here all day. I was probably licking someone's toes or something. That's a joke, I promise. And I started off day 104 by crafting a shulker box. I usually have a messy inventory, so this should help a lot. And Mapicc started working on a tunnel that would connect from this portal to the nether portal that went to the stronghold. I don't think he realized how far this portal was though. It was around 1,000 blocks. And while Mapicc was working on a project, I decided I was going to work on a tower for the beacon. So I started getting to work on the materials I needed. And halfway through getting those materials, I stopped and tried to give this villager mending, since the one in our last video unfortunately died. But it was taking too long and I gave up on it again. And on day 105, oh my god! Oh Jesus Christ, that gave me a heart attack. See, a lot of the time I could tell you why I do all these stuff I do, but what was I doing here? Then I started waiting for my stone. And I waited. And waited. Have I told you that I started waiting? And after pushing it back so far, I started finally getting to work on my beacon. And on day 106, I had been summoned to the nether, because Mapicc had apparently finished his build. And I was actually surprised. This tunnel actually looks really good for the amount of time he built it in. Oh yeah, and how many blocks he went with it. It was pretty trippy going down this though. Wait, isn't this supposed to be 9 by 9, not 8 by 9? Oh, wait, never mind. I could just dig a whole nother row. On day 107, I started getting to work on the base of the build. For this build, I was really trying to go for that medieval kind of tower vibe. And I really think the stone bricks and the spruce kind of sell that. On day 108, wait, what is up with these pillagers and ruining every time I'm trying to build? Come on now. Mapicc was in the nether, and if I accidentally started a raid, it could have been really bad. So I just tried avoiding them. No, you know what? You asked for it. Yeah, next time pick a fight with someone that's, god, as ugly as you. But hey, my build wasn't looking half bad so far. Well, I guess this is one way to get on top of a build. On day 109, I started getting to work on the roof. And it is done. Yeah, I don't think it looks half bad. At the start of day 110, I just stared at my tower. But you know, sometimes it's okay to admire your work. Then I started making a path. My plan was to make this path connect to everything we built. But when I tried to connect it to the villager house, I accidentally started a raid. The raid really didn't start off that hard. I just kind of camped on the roof and kind of sniped at him. But when I went down is, when I became the idiot. I'm so lucky I have this elytra. That was the perfect example of why you should never get too overconfident. But after that, we pretty much handled the raid perfectly. But not before laughing at Mapicc getting chased by a Ravager. And after that, we spent a bit of time trying to get mending on this. The rest of day 110 to be exact, but it was worth it in the end because we got the mending book. On the start of day 111, we started getting mending books so we could put it on all our armor and tools because we really did not want to go netherite mining again because that was torture. And also, my pickaxe was on life alert, so it really needed some levels. And after getting mending on all my tools, I started getting levels to repair them. But the XP farm wasn't really working for my pickaxe, so I decided to go to the nether and mine some quartz. And apparently, that's all I did on day 112, because when I went back into the overworld, it was nighttime. Well, these days are going really fast. On the morning of day 113, we remembered something very important. When we were venturing to the spot we were at now, we passed along by a guardian temple, and I took a screenshot of it, so we decided to go over there and try to clear it out. Oh, there it is. It was only like 100 blocks away. Wow. Little did we know this would be a difficult task, because as soon as we landed in the water, we started getting attacked by every single guardian. Thank God we got these elytras first. We couldn't even seem to get into the temple because every time we went near it, we started getting attacked by every single guardian. But it was okay, because we came up with a plan. Here's what the plan was. First, Mapicc would distract all the guardians. Then, I would try to swim down and break in. We had miner's fatigue, so I had to be really careful about how much breath I had. And about a minute later, it worked. But it wasn't over yet. We still had to beat the Elder Guardians. But it wasn't long before the plan started failing. We had no way to breathe underwater. So we had to scrap the rest of the plan and try to improvise. The only thing we could do was try to get a couple of hits on them and then swim back up to get air. This was the only plan I could think of at the time. So I decided to go in and try to kill it again. It couldn't have that much health left, right? It turned out I was right. But I couldn't get too excited yet because there was 2 more to go. What I did before worked, so I decided to go back down and repeat the plan. And while I was doing this, Mapicc was doing the same thing on the other side. I managed to kill mine, and a few seconds later, Mapicc kills his too. Oh god, that was a stressful battle. Whew, thank God we got out of there alive. Next, we cleared and got all the sponges out from the temple. But since they were wet sponges, we couldn't use them quite yet to clear the temple out. So we went back home to put them in a furnace and gather some supplies. And I also had to repair my pickaxe for the 3rd time. I swear I do not mind this much. In the meantime, while the sponges were cooking, I finished the path of our house. And as soon as the sponges were done, we went back to the temple. We were not going to leave this temple until we cleared it out. Our goal had to be finished, and this definitely took a while. Oh, and don't worry, I'm not going to make you guys watch us clear this out for 5 days. Oh yeah, and we also had to clear out giant rooms like this. This was fun. This was very fun. Day 118 through day 120, we finally took out all the water and we were just doing a little bit of finishing touches. Me and Mapicc were really proud. We cleared an entire Guardian Temple. Wow, that is something cool to say. We didn't even know what we wanted it to be used for. So in the comments, make sure to tell us what you think would be cool to put in there. The next thing I wanted to do was fight a trident. And to do that, me and Mapicc switched swords because it would be so much easier with his sword because I had looting 3. And so, I went off on my adventure to find a trident. Okay, I'm sorry, that was really cringy. But anyways, later I found some drowns. But sadly, most of them didn't have any tridents. But the one that did, I still didn't have any luck. Then the day ended, so I just decided I would try another time. Since these 200 days we were trying to get all achievements, we wanted to go back to the end. So we used all our leftover materials we had and made some end crystals. Then we went through the nether portal that connected to the stronghold. And for the 3rd time, we jumped in. We started off by bracing ourselves, but in the back of our heads, we really knew we would win, so we started placing them down. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never re-summoned the Ender Dragon before, so this was actually kind of a cool experience for me. Why did no one tell me to do this? This is so cool. Oh, sorry, let's get into the cinematics. Well, I tried to celebrate, but then for some reason all the Endermen in the end started attacking me. God, how many times is this elytra gonna save me? But it's fine, because we went into the end portal. It didn't take us a whole day. Hey, look at that, it's day 1, 2, 3. Well, anyway, on the start of this day, I bought some enchanting bottles so I could repair all my tools. I also tried to find the buried treasure that was on this map I found a while ago. But for some weird reason, it was already looted when I got there. I wonder who got this without telling me. By the way, I went home very sad this day. Oh, never mind. When I got home and told him about it, he gave me the heart of the sea. On day 124, I looked at my shield and it looked pretty bland, so I decided this banner would look really cool to put on it. Mapicc told me to go to him because he had a really cool idea, and he was right. He was going to turn this place into the Batcave. I'm actually really excited to see what it looks like when it's done. I thought it was about time that we make a statue for our Ender Egg and our Dragon Head. Okay, we're about midway through, and him stomping on the Dragon Head looks really cool. And there goes the egg, and done. I really like this build. The start of day 125 started good. Mapicc was stuck in a hole. And he also rammed his head into the statue. Are you good? Nope, he was not okay. He also showed me the Batcave so far, and it was looking pretty good. Our fox Bubby was looking pretty lonely, so I decided I was gonna give him some friends. My plan was I was gonna make a polar bear enclosure, so I got as many snowballs as possible. I was gonna make it right next to our fox, so he didn't get so lonely all the time. Ooh, yeah, an igloo looks nice here. But I took a break on day 127 because Mapicc said the cave was done. Oh yeah, this looks sick. Of course we gotta bounce on the bed too. But after that, it was straight back to work. My idea was to make it look as close to the biome as possible. And since Mapicc had a silk touch pickaxe, I asked him kindly if he could go get me some ice. Oh yeah, I really like that ice touch. And I also decided to build these pillars. They looked really nice. At the end of day 128, it was finished. Now it was time to get the polar bears. Don't you just love when half of you is stuck in the ground? Wait, no, that's phrased wrong. Wait, no. And pretty much for the rest of day 129, I crafted gates for the enclosure. On day 130, I started venturing out to go get the polar bears. And lucky for us, the ice biome wasn't that far away. Don't mind me, I'm just taking your friends here, sir. You may or may not ever see them again. Yo, these guys were drifting. I would say they like their home if I do say so myself. I started off day 131 by making 2 diamond hoes. Why, I was probably so proud of this. Why did I do this? Then I continued our path and connected to the villager house. Then I thought it would be a pretty cool idea to put a bridge here. So on day 132, I started getting to work on all the materials I needed. And Mapicc, again, was overdoing himself and building a huge boat. So I can't wait to see it when it's done, I guess. But after seeing that, I started getting to work on the bridge. But at the end of day 132, I ran out of materials, so I had to go get more. This was also the first time I slept in the Batcave. It was a pretty cool experience. We were about halfway through, and the bridge was looking pretty good. The stupid villager house keeps on getting in my way, and you already know I'm gonna take every chance I can get to destroy one of these. Oh yes, that's much better. And then Mapicc laughed at me because he was building a giant boat and I was building this tiny bridge. But you know, it's personality that matters. Nope, never mind, this is just depressing. I finished the bridge, but I feel like it needed a little more texture. So I thought campfires would look pretty cool. And yeah, when you put all the fire out, it actually looks pretty good. And Mapicc's boat was looking pretty good too. This thing is literally bigger than our house. I swear these days are going by way too fast. But for the rest of day 136, I collected materials for a new build I was gonna do and just jumped around. There were only 2 more important things we needed for this build. One of them was a turtle egg and the other were sea pickles. Mapicc set out to go get the sea pickles while I went out to go get the turtle eggs. And I'm telling you, there was no turtles even close to us. But by the end of day 137, I managed to find 3 turtles. Then by the time the sun was coming up, Mapicc was here and he took the eggs. And all day 138 through 139 was just me getting home. And about 1,000 blocks from home, my elytra almost broke, so I had to use a boat the entire way. And when we got home, Mapicc gave me the sea pickles. And I started crafting the materials I needed. And on day 141, I had all the materials I needed and started getting to work. The build I was trying to make was a drown farm. We really wanted those tridents. On day 142, I took a break and went to go check on Mapicc, and his build was going really good. These trapdoors will act kind of like a vacuum. And the sea pickles keep the water from flowing everywhere. And now it was actually time to clear out a trap for them. You gotta remember to make it look nice too. Well, these aren't drowns, but at least we know the trap works. And here's where all their loot will go into. Hey, look at that! Here's one already. You know, this beach house is actually starting to be pretty useful. Oh yeah, that boat is looking nice. Thank God we have these sponges too, or else this would have taken 2 times longer. Now all we need is water in each corner. And lastly, the egg. The egg is what will attract the drowns. And on day 145, it was finished. And usually I don't like AFKing for long, but for this I really wanted the trident. And I might have took it a little too far and went to day 148. And it wasn't even worth it, because when I went down there was no drowns. This was horrible. I was so sad. But other than that, day 148 was going really good. The next big thing we wanted to do was go to a Woodland mansion. So we got a cartographer and maxed him all the way up. Then Mapicc traded him the map, and this was gonna take a while. The mansion was about 10,000 blocks away. Even knowing that, we still ventured out. We went so far we found another guardian temple. And no, this one was not the one we looted before. Oh, and hey, look at that, another guardian temple. Also along the way, we found a pillager outpost and decided we would raid it real quick. Yeah, this is definitely way easier than the first time we fought these guys. And after 10,000 blocks, we finally found it. But it was our luck, and it was set on fire. This was nice. Little did we know this would be one of the hardest things we've done yet. Full netherite armor on, and these guys did a heart and a half to you. And when we went up to the second floor, we found out it was on fire. We tried saving it, but by the time we did anything, it was already gone. It was this floor that would be the reckoning for us. Evokers started spawning everywhere, and these guys are hard to beat. And by the reckoning earlier, this is what I meant. Literally 100 Vexes were on us. Dude, I hate these things. And the evoker who was spawning on was camping. Look at this guy. Look at him. Yep, now he's running away. Yeah, you know what's coming to you, don't you? But by the end of day 150, we managed to beat the Woodland mansion. Sorry to interrupt you halfway through, but you guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for 10k subscribers. That's crazy. I never thought I would say that so soon. I cannot thank you guys enough. And also, this video took me 55 plus hours to edit. So if you're enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe. And apparently 0.8 of you guys are subscribed. And I thought it would be really cool if we were like the only community on YouTube with 100%. I believe that you guys could do it, but anyway, back to the video. We figured it would be easier to go in the nether since it would take less time. Also, I did not feel like going 10,000 blocks again. Never mind, it was still pretty far away. But this was one of the best nether experiences I've ever had. I got lost a couple of times. Okay, more than a couple. And then I almost died. But everything was fine, because in the end we managed to get out. Oh yeah, don't forget me getting bullied by Mapicc. God, I hate you. But this day was also filled with farming and bugging Mapicc at the XP farm. Our next goal was to get all the discs. And to do that, you have to make a skeleton kill a creeper. Yeah, bet you feel real dumb now, huh? Now all we had to do was lure the skeleton to kill the creeper. Yes, exactly like that. And after a bit of this, we got... Stall! And if you can't tell, we were vibing to it. Then we made a little display we would put the discs on. Only 12 more to go. Then we waited for nightfall. And as I would continue doing what we were doing before, Mapicc would go in the nether and try to find pick step. This is not as easy as I made it look. Wait, no, do not blow. I swear to God. And finally, about 5 minutes later, I captured it. And from this one, I got Ward. And then, lucky enough, I got another one stuck in there. And the disc I got was weight. And that night, also to my surprise, Mapicc came back with Pig Step. I can't play that because of copyright reasons. Alright, we wanted creepers, but not this see. Thank you so much for those of you who watched my video all the way through. We had a great time making this video. And also guys, if you guys just want to interact with me or just have a good time, make sure to join my Discord server. It will be in the description. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.